Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Ready.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 52. 10.
Throwing to start here is Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One thing we often talk about is setting the tone in a game. How about this? They came after him on play 1 and put him on the turf and forced an incompletion.
Something for him to think about immediately right off the bat.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to back off either. I think that they had success on the first play. Typically, when a defense does that, they've announced to you that this is what they plan to do throughout the game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On first down, Tagovailoa. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
72. Rip. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Coming in to put a lick on it was Levante David.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Oh, there he goes left side. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging around the football now. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Now carry there for Fournette as he's able to work his way for a gain of about 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Wait,
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll go for it. It's Brady. That's to his running back, complete. And some room to maneuver. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wait, that.
Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a big loss of 5 there on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Here's Fournette. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Succop's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. That's complete left side to Gray. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Right side, and he finds Gray. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. Touchdown, Panthers. Danny Gray, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And some room to work. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Succop's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The center receiver in motion to the right. Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
450.
Second down, back to Fournette. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 132 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Fournette. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. Then everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and
try to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job, forcing a takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Throwing on second down. Tua, he'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he goes out right around the 39. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So after the INT, it's Brady. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Brian Burns, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Hey, check it.
Now Brady. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be caught by Anderson. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson, 48 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On third down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 149 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll run it again with Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A great effort right from the snap there on the defensive side from Amari Barno. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Fournette on the counter. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Alpha, check it, reload.
Play action, now it's Brady. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A handoff, Fournette running left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they get Tristan Wirfs, 1st-round pick in 2020. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Running left, it's Fournette. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Now receiver in motion left. Now Brady got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game, challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration, because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, you'll be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll get that one complete to Connor. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And the Bucs blitz with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Striker, 26, practice, 6. Right, 97. Go. Rail, cycle.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Panthers season will press on as we say so long, everybody.